Lesson 2.9, expected value. Our objective for this lesson is to be able to find the expected value of an investment, a game, or an insurance policy. So let's start by defining expected value and the formula for finding expected value. All right, first let's define expected value. Expected value is a predicted value calculated as the possible value of an event multiplied by the probability of its occurrence. Usually, when we talk about expected value, we're talking about a bunch of different events and multiplying each of their values times the probability that that event is going to occur. We add up all of those values and come up with some expected value that helps us to make a decision about whether to go forward with a decision. Expected value is used a lot in investing and in insurance, but can really be used for anything that involves making a decision about future events. So let's look at the formula for expected value. So if you've got two events, each with its own value and probability, the expected value based on these two events is given by this formula. Expected value equals the value of event 1 times the probability of event 1 plus the value of event 2 times the probability of event 2. And this formula can be extended to any number of events by including more terms in the sum. For example, you could add the value of event 3 times the probability of event 3, the value of event 4 times the probability of event 4, etc. And so what we're trying to do here is come up with an overall expected value by taking each of the possible events that could occur, putting a value on each of those events, and then multiplying that value times the probability that each event occurs. And then we sum up all of those expected values to come up with an overall expected value for our decision that we're trying to make. Example number 1, you are given 7-to-1 odds against rolling a double number with the roll of 2 fair dice. What is the expected value to you of this game? So first, let me talk about what it means to be given 7-to-1 odds against. What that means is that if you're successful, you win $7. If you're unsuccessful, you lose $1. So there's two events happening here. The event that you are successful and the event that you are unsuccessful. And there's a value for each of those events. So we can find an expected value by taking the value of the first event, which is a positive $7. Let's call the first event the event that we win. And if we win, we get $7. So that's a positive $7 to us. And now we need to multiply that by the probability that we're going to win. So what's the probability that we're going to roll a double number when we roll 2 dice? Well, remember with 2 dice, there are 36 possible outcomes. And of those 36 possible outcomes, 6 of them are going to give us a double number. We could have a 1 and a 1, or two 1s, 2 2s, 2 3s, 2 4s, etc. So there's 6 possible outcomes that give us a win. And so 6 out of 36 can be reduced to 1 out of 6. So we have a 1 in 6 probability of winning this game. So we're going to multiply the value of winning times the probability that we're going to win. Then we're going to add to that the value to us of losing the game. So if we lose $1. So the value to us is -1. And then what's the probability that we're going to lose? Well, the probability that we win is 1/6. So the probability that we don't win is 5/6. So let's look at what the overall expected value is to us of this game. So 7 times 1/6 is 7/6, which, since we're talking about money, we're going to want to put this in a decimal. So this is going to be about 1.167. And then -1 times 5/6 is going to be negative 0.833. And then if we add these together, 1.167 minus 0.833, we get an expected value rounded to the nearest cent of 33 cents. So this is a good game for us. We have a positive expected value, which means that over time, we're going to expect to win money. In fact, if we were to bet $300, we could expect to win about $100. All right, for our second example, we're told that an insurance policy sells for $300. And based on past data, an average of 1 in 100 policyholders will file a $7,500 claim. And an average of 1 in 200 policyholders will file a $20,000 claim. And an average of 1 in 500 policyholders will file a $30,000 claim. So we're asked then, what is the expected value to the insurance company for each policy? All right, so our expected value here is, remember, expected value is the value of an event times its probability. So we have 4 different events here. The first event is the policyholder gives the insurance company $300 for the policy. That's a positive value for the insurance company. They're earning $300, and that's going to always happen. In order for this insurance relationship to happen in the beginning, that $300 has to be paid. So that's a probability of 1. And then we're going to add to that the value to the insurance company if someone files one of these first claims, and that's negative $7,500. If someone files a $7,500 claim, then the insurance company is going to lose $7,500. So that's negative $7,500 times a probability. The probability that happens is 1 in 100. So the probability is 1 over 100. Okay, plus the value to the insurance company of a $20,000 claim is negative $20,000. And the probability of that happening is 1 in 200. All right, plus the value to the insurance company of a $30,000 claim is negative $30,000. And the probability of that happening is 1 in 500. All right, so now we're ready to add up all of these expected values. So 300 times 1 is 300. Negative 7,500 times 1/100th, that's the same as negative 7,500 divided by 100, so that's negative $75. Negative 20,000 divided by 200 is negative 100. And then negative 30,000 divided by 500 is negative 60. So 300 minus 75 is 225. Minus 100 is 125. Minus 60 is $65. So that's the expected value to the insurance company for each policy that they sell. So if they sell enough of these policies, the law of large numbers is going to allow them to rely on these probabilities. And they can be reasonably certain that they're going to make about $65 for every policy that they sell.